everybody, I'm Ubercoo, and today we're going to be continuing to play Civilization 6. I have been ongoing single player, and I've been doing about 10 turns every so often. I have the save set at 10 turns, so that way it'd be like 770, 70, 80, and then of course 70, 90. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm midway in the game. Here's kind of the layout of the map that I have here. I had the huge map and I set it to 5,000 turns and really slow progression. So I like to just continue playing the game for as long as possible and just have fun with it. Um, let's see here. I don't really have any real mods. Um, just like a trading screen mod, and you can remove districts. I think that was the other one I have turned on. But that's about it. Not really, nothing too special. Let's see here. It is gonna be single player, so I'm not gonna play online versus anybody. I think that honestly, I just think that's too long, at least for a live stream. And then if someone wants to join in the chat, and then we can work something out, that'd be great. I'd love to be able to play somebody. um, I've never actually done that before. I've never done the multiplayer before because I like playing the single player. Honestly, I like being able to just have fun with it and not have to worry about like waiting for somebody else, or like some super like well experienced person just whomping my ass in like 5 turns. I'm like, really? How the hell did you do all that? Just I don't want to do that with all that. So basically, yeah. So here's me in the big blue. I got this whole big region here, and then there's probably like 11, or I forget how many civilizations I have left. So like one, two. Let's see, China, Japan, um, Aztec, England. I forgot who that is. I think that's America, Greece, Egypt, and I forgot who that is too. So, but yeah, there's a few. There's a few. The only person I've taken out was Frederick, the German. So, let's get started. It's gonna take a minute too for the loading. Um, I'm running this on my laptop, and so I can basically run this and OBS at the same time. And that's about it. This loading is okay. It'll just take a minute to go through all that, but overall, let's see. I put a video out earlier, talking about Dave Chappelle getting tackled, and Weird Al, his new trailer, and what else did I cover? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, um, and of course the today being the 4th. So I brought that up as well. But yeah, go check out that video, man, because people, and go check out that, and because it'd be nice to have people to check out the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that YouTube requires. You know how that works. So, but I would appreciate that. I would like to be able to build up this channel a little bit more. I want to be able to get a little more serious with it. So yeah, if you happen to come in, and if you like what I'm talking about, if you like what I'm putting out there, then let's go. But let's see here. What do we have? I'm gonna just do a quick check, see if I'm live on my phone, making sure everything's kosher, everything's good, everything's right, as it should be. Excellent. Yeah, so it looks like I am live now, which is great. A little lower on the research results than I'd like to be, but all can't be winners and losers. And I have to search by today or going live. Let me see if I can just do live and civilization, see what comes up here. Yeah, so I'm second. That's cool, man. All right, right on. Let's see how this works out. I need to, and then hopefully the thumbnail will change here in the search too once I start playing. I think that would be great. All right, so from here, just waiting on it for it to load. You know, it'll take about a minute. As I said, I have the huge map, and a lot of the area has already been developed. So as I continue with the game, it may even take longer and longer. But let's see here. What I want to do is with the goal of the game is right now I'm actually behind in. That's interesting. I saw an airplane just fly by pretty close, and so that's my great ADD. And yeah, so what I want to do is right now I need to catch up on my science in the game. I wanted to try something different because that was the other one too. I had a mod for more walls. I think so. Like there's like three different types of walls now. There's like ancient, Renaissance, and something else. A third, and it takes like forever for them to be built. And so like it was like 100 turns like for each city, and that took up so much time. And I want to try something different. Like I beat the game by easily by building up science, and it's easy. I was trying to challenge myself a little bit. Like even on the hardest difficulty, as long as you get enough, like if you focus on science and you do things the right way. I have been going back. Like early in the game, I may revert the save back to try again, um, mostly for practice. And this is why I like playing single player. So like, and it's not just like I'm just looking to cheat and because I don't do it that often. I just want to be able to like if I'm stuck in a position like where I'm surrounded by barbarians and there's more incoming and like I've only got two archers and like it's just not gonna work, right? So you just gotta practice and get around it sometimes, and that's kind of what my thought process is. At least early in the game, once you start getting rolling and like you actually have you can control the barbarians and like you're making deals and like you're in the game, right? Then at that point, hey, all right, great, we are beginning. So let me go ahead and click on that. And so what was I saying? So yeah, when you once you start getting the ball rolling, that's when I start changing the saves and like going from like every turn to like every 3 turns, I think, or no, yeah. So like every turn, and then I'll switch it to like every 10 turns because I ain't got to worry about saving, and it saves on space on the hard drive. It's not huge, but still. Um, and then from there, yeah, like right now, so that's what I have it set to is to save every 10 turns. Um, and what I did was I noticed that Greece was actually in the process of about to win the science and go into space. In fact, I need to check up on that as soon as it loads here. Okay, yeah, so Greece is leading in both culture and science, but the score is very close because I have a bigger empire than he does, and I've got a lot more production, I believe. So, like, in terms of scoring, like the points, I have that. Like, he's at 670, and I'm at 644. So I'm like right on the heels right here, and then I can bump that up. And I'm waiting a lot for the next set of round deals that I have to go through. What I did was I like to make all my deals at once, and they're about 30 turns, so then I can plan that out accordingly. And then up until this last round, I was actually up to like 600 gold per turn. And then with the last set of deals, I guess they didn't want it, so I had to drop down to like 230 on average. So yeah, I finally loaded the science victory, and then so right now, Greece and Trajan, they're like He's in military. He's just basically has to launch the moon landing. He's already looks like he's already done the research satellites and launched the moon landing, and now he just has to launch the Mars reactor, launch the habitat and the hydroponics. So he's ready to launch. Basically, he's ready to go. And because of that, what I did was I had made an alliance. Hopefully, I think that should be able to change the behavior so that way he has to wait on me to be able to catch up. Hopefully, I don't know. I want to see how that works, but I may lose the game. I may actually lose those those goals. I think it's like 5 of them. I did disable the religion. I just think it's a waste of time to deal with. So where was I? Okay, so this guy, he's ready to be chill. In the last video I did, in the past 10 turns, there was a barbarian uprising in the city for Aachen, and so I had to upgrade all of my guys here for infantry. Excuse me, infantry, and from there, I'm also in the process of building up a lot more of my cities. I need to get some more builders, get those ready to go. And now it looks like I'm on the trade route. This guy, let's see, do I have any other cities that I need to make actual roads to? I was debating on, I don't think it'll do it. If I make it trade probably from here to here, it'll probably go around like that, most likely. I don't, which sucks. I don't want it to do that. Can I have another one down here? What if I go from Akshak to Berlin? Let me take a look here. Okay, so he does take a different route. Nice. Okay, so that's much better. I actually like that a lot better. And because Berlin's connected right here over to Aachen. Great. So let's go ahead and wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let me take a look here. Okay. No, I'm gonna do that anyway. I probably could have moved him somewhere else, but I wanted to build that road that went all the way through. Okay, so choose production. Alright, what's going on? Lagash. Okay, you need your aqueduct repaired. Go ahead and do that. What about builder? Let me zoom in here. It'll go away for a second and it'll come back. All right. Okay, so let's go to zoom in a bit here, see if there's any of these properties I need to rebuild. Yeah, it looks like right here, and then once the aqueduct's fixed, that'll be good as well. How many? Oh yeah, that was another thing too. So this tile right here is supposed to be an oil reserve, but I already had a something built on it. Like I think it was like a fisherman's area, and like I don't think the game counted it. I don't know what's going on. Like it, you can see it has oil listed in the menu, but like it doesn't have the icon, and I can't mine it, so it's a fucking waste. I don't know about that. It's some type of bug. I wish I could fix it because you can see it. It's there. Let me zoom back here. Yeah, see, look right here. You can see it. Like, it has it, but you can't mine it. I don't know. Maybe I waited too late or something. I don't know. It's just I say that a lot. I just realized I just say that a lot. I don't know. It's not like Bill Burr or something. All right, what are we doing? What's going on? We come back here to the battleshipies. Yeah, so I just upgraded these guys. Um, Frigates rule the world, and yeah, they do. Because what I do is I like to buy a bunch of frigates up front and privateers. The frigates turn into battleships, and the privateers turn into submarines. The submarines can then have nuclear capabilities, which is great. So you want to focus a lot on the privateers and the frigates. Make sure you have your navy up, because then what I do is I'll build up my navy so that way I can cover like the whole other island and like where everyone else is at. And then once I have enough, then what I'll do is I'll just build up my reserves of nuclear weapons. Eventually, I'll just nuke everybody, um, and then roll through, take over all the cities, and then finally I have the whole world to myself that I own. What I'll do is I'll actually leave like them maybe two or three cities, probably like three cities to themselves, like little small countries, and I can still make deals with them. And but yeah, that's like long. That's probably another 1,000 turns from now. But that's kind of the goal of what I want to do. So I think yeah, you should be able to build utopia and like I can destroy. And with this mod of the districts, I can just destroy them all and then turn them back into farmland and see how big I can get the population. Because I think that'll be really fun. All right, so choose production. Okay. Go back. Let me check see if there's anybody in the stream. Probably not, but we'll see. Nope, nobody in here yet. Hmm. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'll just keep this going. But if you do happen to catch my video and if you're this far into it and you like what you have to see, join, man, or whoever. I keep saying man. It's a generalization. I apologize. But yeah, if you happen to catch my YouTube channel, I really would appreciate it. I really would appreciate the subs and the likes. Join the chat, man. Because I keep saying that I have these habits I've been trying to break, and that's one of them. So, but yeah, I think yeah, join the chat, comment, let's talk, let's have a conversation. I want to build this YouTube channel up. I just want to be able to have fun on YouTube, man. Like everyone, I want to be able to have fun on YouTube. I really do. I gotta stop saying that too. All right, so let me get back to this guy. So yeah, after I the last before on my last video, I upgraded all these frigates to battleships, and so I'm just going through and putting them back to sleep for the time being. And then I got three more here that they're supposed to be rolling through, and then I'll need them here later on. Also, I'm doing the same thing for the submarines. They can just chill right there. Unit needs orders. Who needs orders? Okay. Let's go to you. Where build are you at? It'll come back in a second. All right, excellent. You have one turn left. I'm actually going to put you here. Now, here's the thing. Another thing I noticed with the civilization game, you can only use resource tiles if they're within like 3 spaces of the city. Like there's a like so you can't go beyond like if you have like a resource tile like 4 out from the city, I don't think it counts. Like you can mine it, you can use it, you can harvest the land and everything, but I don't think you can select it for it to be in use. Um, Once this builds here, let me slap that down. Hmm. All right, let me go to Adabe. I don't know what this is. Okay, so let me take a look to the managed citizens. And so, okay, so it does count that. But yeah, but I've seen it where I've had it other cities where if it's like there is a maximum reach that like this count, like they don't count. And I thought it was 4, but maybe not. In fact, let me go to Kish here. Kish, let me see what Kish has. I may have to do some rearranging on the property tiles. Excuse me. Okay, she's got a lot of property, so okay, I'm less worried about that then. Great, wonderful, super, fan, baking, tastic. Okay, let me put you to sleep. Go to the next turn. All right, we are well on our way. And what I'm going to do is I like to do about 10 turns to the next save. That might be about an hour or two. It's like, depends on how long it takes for the saves, like for each turn. And while that's going, just doing a check to see if anybody's back in the chat. Yeah, if you're in the chat, say hi. Let me know what's going on. Looks like there's a few other people playing here, Civ. Shoutouts to Bat Squid 64, Iceland Civ Map. Hmm. And then somebody else is playing Age of Empires. Hmm. Yeah, so there's only like three real people playing, and that's under the Surge of Civilization. You could change it up to Civ. Let's say Civ 6. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so yeah, me and Bat Squid, and then so yeah, same guy, same people. That's cool. No big deal. I mean, Civilization itself is like it's been around for a couple years now, so it's not like high in demand. I don't even know idea when the Civ 7 comes out, if it is even going to come out. I mean, seeing as it's EA, they're such a horrible company, dude. I don't know why people still buy their same product every year. I mean, it literally is the same product every year. Like all their sports, like literally the same game. All the like NBA, was it the 2K series or whatever? Like every year, it's just an updated roster. They could sell one game if they wanted to, and just keep updating the roster with new players. Like they could figure out a way to have downloadable content and just add the latest season of players, and just keep the same structure and the same like because you're not increasing resolution really. You're not compared to what we used to have. Like level technology is kind of leveled out. I've noticed like we're at like 4K, right? Is the like the max resolution. We're kind of steady at that. Anything beyond like 8K or 12 is like is that really needed? Um, what else is the PS5 is not much different than the PS4, really. I mean, it's probably a little bit powerful, but again, you're talking about a console compared to PC, which is customizable, and it, yeah, you just, I don't know, man. I feel like the video game, I don't know, maybe someone who actually does play video games more professionally and like knows the industry can like have a better opinion than I can, but like it just seems in the general sense, gaming is becoming obsolete. Like it just is because they're killing it with no ideas. They're killing it with corporate structure. They're killing it with not much artistic. Like if you look at look at the earliest games, man, of like Sonic and Nintendo and like Atari, like they made games popular with 8-bit systems, right? 8-bit, like basic colors, in geometry. And now it apparently from what I heard, like the next Grand Theft Auto is supposed to be the final Grand Theft Auto, like because they're making such a huge map and like yeah, I don't even know about that. So like I just feel that um, they are there's a plateau there, right? I mean, what really new is out there? There's like smaller games. I know that. I know people were really into indie games for a while. Um, and then like, but I think all the major big names that came about have just become bloated, you know. Um, Civ, like. I would love to have a new Civ. Again, Civ has the same problem as SimCity did when it came out. Like when they tried bringing out that SimCity, and it was just no, it didn't work, and like no one liked it. And then City Skylines came out, which was way better. And then now I don't even know how well City Skylines is doing. Um, I actually enjoyed watching a lot of videos on there, like Flux Trance's videos. I used to watch his. Strict Toaster, I used to watch his channel a lot. I really like their Let's Plays of City Skylines. That was really cool. You could do a lot of stuff with City Skylines, man. That's what I really enjoyed about it. Um, there was another game too that I was starting to get into, but like it had no following and like one developer or like a handful of developers. What was it? Species, Real Evolution, I think, or something like that. And that was really cool, man. You could get really in detailed about like creating these animals or things, like these creatures, and like through evolution. It was really cool, man. I keep saying, man, I gotta stop doing that. Um, Where am I at? All right, so need turns. All right, so now we have a new builder, which is great down there, and that's what I wanted. You can upgrade here. And you can go here and upgrade. And you can go here to upgrade. And what about you? How you doing? You're fine. You're already upgraded. You're fine. You're already upgraded. You need to be upgraded. Do not destroy that. I don't want that. I do not want you to destroy it. Okay. Next, let's see. Unit needs orders. All right, we got a new builder. And probably gonna do this whole area right here eventually, because I want to do like the whole area and turn it into farmland. You have 5 turns. Well, let's move you up here. Let's put some production in here first. I'll put get these two. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would give Kesh some production as well, which would be nice. Okay. We've been going for about a half hour now. Close that. Next turn, waiting on the next turn. So, how about that Drew Barrymore? I don't even know what's going on. I heard she was canceled or something. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright, so what's going on with this? Alright, there we go. My stream, it wasn't having the. Yeah, I wasn't having the game playing for a second there. Alright, anyway, so now you need to repair this tile. That's going to take a second. Let's see. It's messed up that Dave Chappelle got tackled. I put a video out earlier today, but it is messed up. People just feel like they can just get away with, tackling or attacking or assaulting the people who want to entertain, And I get this. There's a lot of people who have problems with Chappelle, and I get it. I don't know, man. I think Chappelle has definitely lost a lot of. Well, not a lot, but I think he's not the Chappelle of his youth. There's a lot of that I think it was kind of lost. He became a lot more about. Oh, it's the next turn. All right, so let me do that. But yeah, he became a lot more preachy and more of a. He leaned into the philosophy aspect of it or a lot, and like. I watched some of his last specials, and they just weren't hitting. Like, it wasn't that he wasn't trying. Like, the jokes were there, but they weren't hitting right. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but like, they if you like watch his earlier stuff when he's talking like about the baby standing on the corner selling crack, that was hilarious. that whole like there's a baby standing on the corner selling crack. Like I don't, it that was hilarious, right? That was a great skit that he had. Um, so yeah, just or the entire Chappelle show. I don't know. Maybe he's just got. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he needs a new movie, man. That's the thing. He's been stuck in stand up for so long and out of the public eye, the mainstream public eye for a while. He needs a movie. I think he does, man. I think it's time for like a Half Baked 2 or yeah. I think it would be really fun, man. He needs to I don't know. I mean, he can do whatever the hell he wants, but it would be nice as an audience to see him on screen again. Like not just do stand up because the stand up is okay. Now it's not that great. Some of it's funny, but it's just I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on it to be honest. Um, I'd have to rewatch it. That's for sure. All right. I think in a minute here I'm probably I'm gonna keep the stream up, but I'm gonna step away for a second. I'm gonna see if I can start dinner and then once dinner's ready, I'll jump off. But I want to do at least 10 turns, and right now I'm only on one. Like the yeah. While I'm waiting on the turn, let's see if I can pull up some information about Drew Barrymore. So apparently she might have gotten canceled or something. We'll see how that works out. How are you gonna cancel Julia Gulia? She is yeah, she was cute, man. She was really good looking in her youth. I haven't seen her in a while, but yeah, she's always been kind of pretty, especially in the like the Wedding Singer and yeah, that early 2000s era. Uh, oh, and her in Wayne's World. Oh man, she was really young then, but she was beautiful. Okay, so let's see here. Drew Barrymore. Oh, oh, it's connected to Johnny Depp. Yay. Apparently, she has a talk show. I never knew Drew Barrymore had a talk show. Oh, yeah, so she made some opinions about Johnny Depp. Yay. I thought that might actually be something interesting, but I'm so tired of the. I'm just tired of hearing about it. Tired of being forced down everyone's throat. Like, is it really that important? I don't want to. I don't care. I want to move past it. Let's find something else to talk about. Like I try to avoid it whenever possible. Whenever it pops up on my YouTube, I dislike it or I tell them not to recommend it. And guess what YouTube does? It does the exact opposite because it's the crappy YouTube. Prejudice is always, hey, you fit this demographic. Blah, 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 blah. You must like because everyone around you likes. I'm like, no, no, stop forcing what the peer pressure on me. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, dude. They could eat a bag of dicks for all I care. It's so pointless and stupid to talk about. Oh, she said on the bed. Oh, she's abusing me. Just go away. Just leave it all away. Like, surely there must be something to talk about. Isn't there some new science experiment or new something cool to talk about? Remember when things were new and like it was just cool to talk about new stuff? When was the last time there was something really new that was like innovative? That was like life changing. We haven't had any life changing things in a few years now, not since the iPhone came out. Like ever since they converged everything onto the phone, where there's no fun in it anymore. No fun in technology. Suck the life out of it. Okay, so builder. All the builders in the world. Bob the Builder. A lot of stuff. What else is going on in the news? Let me just do a quickie search here on the Twitters. Let me take a look at the trending. Oh, yay, wrestling. That's another thing, too. It's been shoved down people's throats for too long. Uh, let's see. Survivor. Is that still on? For real? That was like the early 2000s when that came out. The Masked Singer. That's really important. Moon Knight. Well, the Moon Knight season finale is released on Disney Plus. Well, I could watch that later tonight. I'm not gonna pay for. I don't pay for Disney Plus, but I'll watch the show. Um, Ultra. I'm not saying that word. No. I'll just say this: the right has killed nationalism. I just they've just ruined Americana. They really have. Like the anything revolving around Americana, what was good about the 20th century is just fucking ruined. Like you can't talk about anything. Like, do you remember when there was good stuff? Remember when like and then when you do talk about it that way, it's just seen as nostalgia and like as if people act like as if there's no recourse. There's no way out of this hellscape that's uh been created over the past 20 years. Like I remember being in high school, man, and like all my friends, we were so tired of like the 20th century and we were tired of we were thought the internet was going to be freeing everything, not just the free music, but it was supposed to bring in new people. Like, I don't know, it was supposed to be a whole new revolution, man. And it really did let down, just like our parents and the boomers and so on. Like, as soon as people turn like 30, they just sell out for the corporation because the corporation is giving them everything. Um, Even right now, I'm on a YouTube platform, which is a major monopoly, and like, of course, it's such a well entrenched path that people have created that you can't look beyond it, and that's the problem. Like when you walk a path with everyone else for so long, that path becomes entrenched, and then the more it becomes entrenched, then you can't see beyond the entrenchment. You are so dug down deep that everything that you see around you revolves around that one thing, right? You're just too in the thick of it. Um, and that's where we are right now, man. I feel that's where we are for a lot of things. We are so in the thick of things and so lost without perspective that it's hard to say what to plan for. How do you navigate the future if you can't even tell what the present is? People are so concerned about uh, looks and like physical appearances and things like that. I don't know. They're just I don't know. I feel people are worried about the wrong stuff. And I don't mean that as in like a. So here's what I think should be, and I'll say this. Here's what I think it should be the good things to to cover. Like, I think people need to address a lot of the institutional problems. I think there's a lot of institutional systemic problems, not the ones that are, well, there is. There's a lot of systemic racism, and that definitely needs to be addressed. Beyond that, I think an ultimate goal, which will humanity will never get past, is dominance. Be not being able to let go of that power. Only then I think can we truly have a democratic society where everyone has a say and like because if you have this is what I was going to say is that one thing I think should be addressed that no one's talking about is how many representatives there is in Congress compared to what like the population is. They no one talks about how the Congress back in the 1920s or 30s they capped how many representatives could be in the Congress. So what that does is it's like if you imagine a Walmart or like a really big store, right? Just imagine a really huge grocery store, okay? In that grocery store, you have 435 cashiers trying to handle the requests of 333 million Americans. That's Congress. They're representing all of these people, and guess who gets in the front of the line? Those with money, right? Because they'll even get hired into the corporate into that store to become a cashier to then help out their friends, right? And that's all it is. So what you need to do is increase the amount of cashiers working at the store, so that way they can open up some checkout lanes, have listen to more people's problems, but then you have less control over the people. You're not controlling the situation. And so that's where we're at in the society. I think that even if we had like let's say if we had like if you did the math on it, right? 435 representatives in Congress and then divide that up by 330 million. I did this on DuckDuckGo one day, just a basic calculator. In fact, I could probably pull it up. Well, not right now, but like yeah, if you just do the math of like 435 divided by 330, like it was around the 700s, like 720,000 or something like that per like one for every 700,000 people basically. So you have one representative speaking for 700,000 people. That's incredibly ill balanced. That's the type of systemic problem we need to address. Because then what happens is, let's say, well, hold on, let me close this out. Like, at first, you need culture. You have satisfied Roosevelt's agenda for culture. Well, that's great. So let me close that out. So yeah, I was saying is then you've got 400. Yeah, so you've got 700 people or 700,000 people for one representative. So let's increase that. Let's say you change up the ratio, change up the Constitution and the law, and say let's go back to the census, and for every 20,000 people, modern people, not like Constitution people, which counts only 3/5, uh, like modern law, like just literally everybody, if you count everybody as one, and then say uh, up until 18, like if you're over 18, that's one person, right? And then kids are still one person, but they don't get to vote. And but those who can vote, so like let's say 20,000 or 30, let's say even 50,000. Let's bring it down to like 50,000. So if you had one representative for 50,000 people, and then you have a population of 330 million, let's see if I can do that in my head. Let's see, 50. That's a lot. You'll have a one day. I think it was like I did the math on it, and it was around 3,000 representatives. You would have to have 3,000 people represent the entire country with a significant ratio. Like or I would say like even if it was 50,000, right? Let's say it's 50, yeah, 50,000 people for one representative. Then you would have so many new representatives, and then what that could do is then you could put pressure on the Senate because there's so much weight on everybody, all these 3,000 new people, these new representatives are listening to the actual population complaining about what problems they have, and then they start creating all these new laws, pass it over to the Senate, and at that point, the Senate's job is to say, well, we only have one or two senator representatives for each state, and so do we really have to pass that? It puts a lot of power into the Senate. Um, at that point, then it would have to be a matter of people electing the right people in the Senate to see what actually gets passed into over to the president for signature. I think that's how it goes. That's how it should go anyway. And of course, there's the executive, I can do whatever the hell I want order from the president, but you could also veto it, or you just let it sit there. So yeah, but I do think that if there were more representatives in Congress, that just makes more sense to have a better representation of the populace, so that way they can hear what they are needing. But then people like the oligarchs, the people in charge, then they lose that power, right? And that's where that all comes from. So we all talk about that. That's one thing that could be addressed. What else could be addressed? Consumer rights, some form of bill of rights, but consumer for people who buy stuff. I think there should be something like that. All right, back to the game. Okay. Okay, it's just taking a little longer than expected. Here we go. All right. See, just when I'm about to say something, that's when it starts coming up again. Man, it's already 10 o'clock. Wow. I started this kind of late, though, at like 9:15, but I may not even go. I don't know, because that's the thing. I could save it if I wanted to, manually save it. Hmm. I've been going for about a half hour now. I might go to for about an hour and then I'll call it quits, I think. I'm starting to get a little worn out. But I'm going to keep going. Let's see how it rolls. I've got a new turn. This will be number 4. Hmm. Okay. Wow, yeah, that's not overly personalized and trending. Okay. Still waiting on the next turn. Looking to see if there's any other news that's worth you talking about. TurboTax. Oh yeah, didn't they get this some huge lawsuit because they were like advertising, yeah, come on over, it's free. Into it. The maker of the TurboTax software will pay back 141 million to more than 4 million Americans who were unfairly charged for tax services that were falsely advertised as free. Refunds will be sent automatically to affected taxpayers. Wow. Huh. 141 million to 4 million people. So, even if you divide that up equally, 4 into 141. Well, let's see. 40, 80, 120. So that's 30. So that'd be. So like $30 for almost like $50 probably per person, maybe a little bit less than that. Probably like I would say $40 per person, something like that. Okay, what else? That's TurboTax. Supreme Court. Oh, that's fun. I don't want to talk about that on YouTube right now. Dow Jones. Ukraine. Again, Ukraine's another thing I don't want to talk about. It's just that again, it feels like a wag the dog situation. Okay, still waiting on the next turn. I go to look in news and on Twitter. Guess what is not coming up? News. I mean, come on. Oh, yay. Yay, UFC fighting. Yeah, it's super important. This tweet is not helpful, nor is it relevant. Fox News. Pretty sure I fucking had Fox News blocked, but whatever. Oh, that's right. Technically, I'm not signed in right now. That's why. But still, this tweet is not helpful. Okay. So it looks like the turn is almost up. Great. Come on. Dude, I'm disappointed in Chelsea. It's such a shame she fucking went to the right. I thought she would be somewhat moderate, but no. But I mean, they cut her out, so I don't blame her for that. But still, like, again, politics are so stupid. It's such a circus. for bread. You know, was it it's that old Roman saying, "Bread and circus"? That's all it is. Just crap. Such a waste. Teacher in Florida. Oh, of course, Fox News. Yay! Worst. Fox News is the worst. Did you get that, YouTube? The worst. I hate it. Such crap. And what are you doing? Giving me nothing but, of course. Do you live in a flyover state? We're gonna give you redneck shit. Durr. Automatically, because we're just gonna assume you're dumb. You're just good. Not gonna be educated. That's alright. Alright. Both right and left are just ridiculous. We're not gonna actually truly progress until we actually start working together. Lightyear has been completed. The film will release in theaters on June 17th. Yep, not watching that one. Again, you're milking the dead cow. Which is what they're good for. Now, alright, well, the turn is up, so that's great. Back to the game. Let's see, I got 4 left. 4 turns, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could do that. So I got gas, and it was like 4.39, some ridiculous nonsense. But that's okay. I know what they're doing. I mean, obviously, gas itself is going to do nothing but rise because it's a finite resource. And at that point, there's going to be a tipping point where the cost of gas is going to be like $6, $7, like a pack of cigarettes. And then at that point, that's when people are really going to start buying electric vehicles. And of course, they'll be completely automated AI, so that way you don't drive; it just drives you. People lose their car insurance. They'll still have to pay for some reason. They'll still have to pay insurance. For some reason, people will still pay insurance, even though we'll have all the cars automated and like just nonsense. Just this is so stupid, bro. It's just so dumb how we run the like people run this world. If we try to make the worst of it just so we can continue to go with it, like we've had the revolution, we've had the industrial revolution, and then we could have made automation for everything. We've had multiple revolutions since then. We've had technological revolutions since then. Like it reminds me of that scene in the movie The Hospital with George C. Scott, and he's got this rant, and he's like half drunk, and he talks about even this is back in the 70s, right? He's like, we've got the most modern, advanced healthcare system ever in the world in history, and we cure nothing. We fix nothing. You know, it's this, and that's basically everything today. You know, it's like we buy all this stuff to make us happy, and nothing actually gives us the thing that we actually need. Oh man, it's I don't know where we're going, man. That's the scariest part. We're on this like, it feels like we're just being pulled along. Like I don't even think the leaders of the world are in control anymore. Like they're barely hanging on. All they can do is guide. It's like a big ship that's so big that no one can actually steer it, but they can slightly guide it. Right? It's like they can influence it, but that's about it. They can tell all the people who are trying to listen, and that's like billions of people on this ship for the Earth, right? And we're trying to get them to look in one direction, but everyone still wants to do their own thing. And so, yeah, I don't think anybody's actually in control at this point. Like maybe at one time in history, like even like a couple of decades ago, right? A president could be able to be in charge of a country. That ended after JFK. Um, or like kings used to be able to do that. Like I just, but now we've got cell phones, and now it's just all wherever the latest mob is, that's mob rule, right? That's how we, and then like we all go off of hearsay. I don't know. I just excuse me. I keep saying that. Let's see if anybody's in here who wanted to join, who's been watching it all. Hopefully, maybe, maybe not. Am I even still live? Yeah, I'm still going live. Okay, great. It's just wasn't loading correctly. Waiting on the next turn. We are on turn 5. I keep looking down at my phone. That's why you keep seeing me. All right. Oh man, I'm getting a little tired here. I may have to call it early. I've been going for about an hour now, in fact. Yeah, I think I will. I've been going for an hour, and huh, that's weird. Anyway, so I had to see a neighbor outside. After this next turn, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna call it quits here. It's been about 5 turns, 4 turns. It just takes so long to do that, and it's getting late. I'm getting tired. Okay, it's almost ready. Okay, well, I don't want to keep everybody waiting on this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the stream off. But if you enjoyed watching and listening to me rant about nonsense, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button too. Do all the things that YouTube requires. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get the channel. I'm trying to take it a little more seriously, and I'm gonna start putting out stuff. I want to aim for stuff, something every day, whether it's a Civ video or maybe a movie review or me going live and just talking about current events, something like that. That's kind of what I'm going for. I want to be able to expand it. I want to do other things too, and I want to see what I can do. Um, I'm just spreading my wings on here and seeing, if anybody wants to stick around for a while. I'd really appreciate it too. I really would. Because I want to see how this goes. But from here, I'm going to call it good. I hope you all have a good night and peace out.